Basketball World Cup 2023, Asian Qualifiers Group B against China and Japan. China beat Japan with a score of 79 to 63. Please note that this press conference is also on Zoom, and you can ask your questions to the players and coaches. May I ask you to please mute your microphones and only remove the mute when you're asking the question. Please state your full name and the company you are presenting. Japan team coach Tom Hovis and Yuki Togashi have joined us. The press conference will now begin, and it will be conducted all in English. Coach Tom Hovis, can you give us your comments about the game?
Yeah. So the beginning of the game didn't go well for us. We had, I think China's pressure affected us a little bit, and we were a little out of rhythm. Kind of got us out of our game at the beginning. Once we settled down towards the end of the first quarter, I felt like we started seeing little bits and pieces of what we can do, and I really like how we finished the game. The players really worked hard all the way until the end, which for me is a positive.
Thank you. Now, Yuki Togashi, can you also give us your comments about the game?
Yeah, like Coach say, the first 5 minutes, yeah, I think it was everything, and we couldn't make shots,
Yeah.
and they pressure us, and yeah, I think it was everything.
Thank you. Now we'll be taking questions from the media. If you have questions, please let us know. Mr. Kazushi Nagatsuka.
Hi, Tom, it's Kaz.
Hi,
Kaz Nagatsuka for the Basketball King.
Yeah.
As you already addressed in your opening remarks, that you guys pretty much struggled all game. But out of what happened in today's game, what was the thing that surprised you the most? I mean,
Well, I wasn't. I think China's on-ball pressure didn't surprise me. We can't lose to their aggressive physical on-ball defense, and I don't think we did towards the end of the first quarter on. We obviously knew that they were going to be a good rebounding team. They just pounded it inside. Got too many rebounds, but even with that, Kaz, they had 20 offensive rebounds. We shot 20% from three. Yet they only shot 45% from the field and 29% from three, and they only scored 79 points. So I'm trying to look at some of the positive things that we did. We did do some really good things out there, and we just have to learn from this loss.
one more for you. I think you used a lot of 1-3-1s on, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yes.
How did you like it working?
It worked very well in the first half, and at the beginning of the second, they made a little adjustment where they were isolating our weak side wing. We had a little bit of trouble with that. But after we went back to our man-to-man in the second half, I thought our man-to-man looked pretty good at times. There was just we're just not doing some small things that we need to clean up. But I'm positive about what we can do and what some of the good things that we did today.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to the next question. Mr. Aoki from Yahoo Japan.
Hi, Coach. This is Takashi Aoki. Did China's switching defense bother your offensive execution?
So we're working on our 5-out stuff, which has a lot of player decision making, and sometimes I think it did affect us a little bit. But that's not a surprise either, because it takes a little bit of time to get that offense in gear. And I felt like we got a little out of rhythm where our non-shooters were shooting, and we weren't penetrating at the beginning. And when we were penetrating, we weren't getting shots. So it did affect us. I liked our response, and we're going to get better from that, no doubt about it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. We'll move on to the last question from Mr. Shibata.
Hello, Coach. I'm asking to Coach Holmes. My question is, at the beginning of the game, we obviously had a 19-2 run,
Yeah.
and that was really a decisive run. And
Yeah.
I would like to ask you, how much of the mental things, butterflies in the stomachs, those are the reasons for that?
You'd probably have to ask the players. I didn't feel like they were nervous at all. We started 4 Olympians, so they had good experience. I think we lost to their physicality at the beginning, and they kind of dictated the pace at the beginning. But that's something that we're going to get better at, especially with 5 out. I think it seems like an easy thing to do, but it's not, and it just takes a little bit more time.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Marcel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Hovas and Yuki. This is the end of the first
That's it.
part of the press conference. We'll be
Thank you.
back
Thank
with
you.
Team China next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that quick?
Yeah.
3 questions?
Welcome back to the second part of the post-game press conference. We now have with us Coach Feng Du and Go Ai-lin. Coach Feng Du, can you give us your comment about the game?
这个就是23年世界杯的窗口期的第一场比赛。作为我们来说，这个队伍在联赛期间，这个集训时间很短很多运动员呢都有不同的一些伤病，但是这次呢所有的这个队员都是克服各种困难，然后来到这个队伍，这个都表示了一个非常的积极的态度，愿意为国为这支队伍去奉献，去这个出力。所以说在这里来了以后呢，这个因为训练时间比较短，大家可能在磨合上面会有一些问题其次呢，日本队这个换了教练大家这个打法上也有很大的一些变化，对于我们来说准备起来还是有些困难吧今天的比赛大家还是拼得非常不错，在防守端这个做到了这个要求，但是有些这不必要的一些失误和防守当中的漏人，还是这个给我们造成了一些麻烦。其次，在大比分领先将近30分的情况下，大家还是进攻端有些简单吧，防守端有一些松懈，让日本队把这个比分给迫近，希望这个在明天的比赛当中，要有这个好的一个40分钟的专注度，其次也感谢这个在全球疫情的情况下这个日本当地的组委会对本次赛事的这个举办。因为今天应该是我们主场，但是没有办法这个在来到日本这个从酒店的安排，包括赛事的这个训练管理，还有疫情的防控组委会做的都非常不错，在这里代表这个队伍感谢日本这个当地的组委会和办事的这个所有的工作人员，谢谢大家。
So first of all, this is Coach Du Feng. Right? And first of all, this is the tournament for the 2023 World Cup Asia Qualifier 101. And before we come in for this tournament, actually the CBA just already started. So after we have this time preparation for this 101, actually we just have a mini camp for the short period of time. Then we just get ready and start to attend the game here in Japan. That means a lot of players actually they got an injury more or less. However, I give appreciate for their attitude, right? For their positive attitude. Once they got this national core service, then they just joined the team China. And thank you for all the sacrifice, and thank you for their single effort put onto the team. And as I said, this is just like a short period of time for us preparation before we attempt for the window one. That means for us offensively or defensively, they actually are not that mingle well. They still have room to improve. However, from another perspective, as for Japan just changed new coach. And more or less actually this new coach actually make some difficult moment for us. And when we're looking back to today's game, I think defensively actually we still got room to improve, because like from weak side and some like backdoor situation, etc. like that one, actually we are not like 100% the focus. And offensively, when we just leading score by the 20 to 30 points, at that time our focus, or I mean the concentration part dropped down a little bit. Then the Japan team actually took opportunity and chasing the points back a bit. I think this actually all the things we need to prove for the next game. And as I said, for tomorrow game, it's entire for 40 minutes and about intensity. This is the things I focus for the next game. And secondly, thank you for the LOC here, for the local organization, for all their well-organized games. I know because right now it's global COVID-19. In fact, today is the first game. It's supposed to be the China, the home court, but we have no choice but to come into here. However, for the LOC here, and no matter from the hotel arrangement, or from the event management, or for the COVID-19, the prevention, all the things actually, LOC put a lot of efforts So thank you so much for all the stuff, and they put all their efforts right here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Go Island, can you give us your comments?
我觉得，今天大家全队来说还是非常想打好这场比赛，然后非常积极的去拼这场比赛，因为可能现在每个人都知道这场比赛的重要性嘛，然后，大家都已经全力以赴了。但是就是在我们取得一个好的领先的时候，我们在防守上和进攻上都出现了一些问题。我觉得，包括我个人来说，包括全队来说，都打得有些不合理，有些急，然后在防守上有些出现一些错误。所以说，我觉得这是这场比赛比较遗憾的地方。本来可以，打出一场更好的比赛吧。然后可能有些我们的全队来说，大家不是说完全的放得开，因为可能很久没有打过国际比赛了吧。然后每个人还是有一些紧，包括做动作，包括我自己来，和包括全队。可能我们通过这场比赛以后，下一场希望大家能放得更开一点，然后打出一场更好的防守。然后最后我觉得我要感谢教练组吧，然后能够给我这一次打国家队的机会，因为可能我时间越长吧，就是说打国家队年头也算是在这里是老队员，然后越加的珍惜在打国家队的比赛。所以说我非常感谢督导，然后感谢教练组能让我重新回到这么久能重新回到国家队来打比赛。所以说我会拿出120%、200%的精神嘛，去上场上拼搏。谢谢。
I think, in my opinion, when looking back for today's game, I think as a whole team, we are desperately want to play this game well. So that's why you can see the performance on the court. Actually, we fight for the single effort on that one. That means everyone actually put their efforts on that, because we all know how important for this game meant to us. However, from the offensive side or from defensive side, when we are leading scores, actually there's kind of issues happens on the both ends. For example, like myself, I think I made some of the turnovers, which is unnecessarily one, but this actually, from my opinion, this is a pity part, because we need to, or we can, or we could give fans a more marvelous game to the fans here, or to the fans in China. So I think another one, because of COVID-19 or things, we haven't played an international game for a long time. So when we play the game right here, I think the guys, for our players, feel a little bit tight. You can see that the muscle, for the performance at beginning time. So for the next game, I think defense intensity or the defensive end, these are things we need to emphasize on. And lastly, and thank you so much for the coach group, especially as myself, I'm the veteran players. So I thank you so much first for the coach Du Feng, and secondly for the coach group who is gave me the opportunity and let me just rejoin the team China again after a long time. I didn't represent Team China to play the games. So for me, I think I can put 120 or 200% of my energy to play the next game. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll take questions from the media. Any questions in English? Yes, first question from user. Can you unmute your mic?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello? Yes, I want to ask Coach Mr. Du Feng that about the injury of Zhou Qi. Obviously, he seems that the injury on the right ankle is very serious. Thank you very much.
周琦的这个伤病要回去医生去检查一下，看一下情况。 所以说回去以后再跟医生了解情况，再看他明天是否能比赛了啊。
I think for George's issue right here, first of all, we need to talk to the doctor. That means so after we're coming back, and our doctor gonna re-examination again for Georgie. Then our doctor, I'm gonna discuss with doctor. Then I will make decisions whether he can play for next game or not.
Thank you. We'll move on to the next question from Mr. Takashi Aoki.
My question is to coach. How important Go Iron's presence for your team now?
郭艾伦，这个刚才也说了，作为其实现在球队的国家队的老队员，非常珍惜每一次来到国家队这个去比赛的机会，所以说最近这段时间他在这个虽然说训练时间很短，但是他训练的这种态度和这种认真程度还是非常不错的，所以我也一直在跟队员讲，有好的训练才会有好的比赛状态。所以说今天，在这个比赛当中在进攻端也好，防守端给球队也带来了很大的支持。Thank you.
For Go Island, as Guan actually he said by himself, as a veteran player, actually he cherished every time he represent China to play the games. And I also mentioned before, and this actually before coming here, we just hold our mini camps for a short period of time. Then we just ready to go and play the game right here. So for I give credit for Go Island his effort and his attitude on the game on our practice court. And I always said for my practice time, good practice will deliver the good performance. So this you can show this one from both hands.
Thank you. Moving on to the next question. Well, sorry, next question will be the last one from Mr. Shibata.
Oh, hello, Coach. Thank you for your time. I would like to ask you, you just talked about the fall down of the focus in the second quarter. So what will be the most important thing for tomorrow's game? You have to be really be careful about your own team.
这个第一节我们还是打得非常不错，在防守端。那可能明天的比赛，我想可能大家通过一场比赛以后，双方都会有彼此的了解。明天的比赛，我觉得我们可能就是在防守端，包括好的地方我们要保持做的不好的地方，我们通过一天这个今天的这种休整和这个录像分析，然后进行一些调整吧。然后也可能会准备日本队在明天的比赛当中有一个这个其他的一些变化谢谢。
I think for the first quarter, actually, we'll play pretty decent defense, and for tomorrow games, for sure. After we play this game, for both teams, we know each other will be much in a more depth way perspective. So for us, for defensive ends, for things we play good, we're gonna just stick to that one. For the things we need to improve, and we're gonna just try to coming back. Look at the videos and we do the analyzing, then see how we can do the adjustment for the next games. For sure, Japan team gonna just use a different strategy and to against us, and for us, we have to find out the countermeasure for that one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach Du, and thank you, Go.
Thank you.
The post-game press conference is officially over.